I knew that the Alliance would flourish on Odessen, but I didn't expect this place to feel so much like home. You should be proud of what you've built here, and the allies you've gained.
Couldn't have done it without you.
You give me too much credit. The Alliance is still a formidable power, but we're not strong enough to face the Republic or the Empire. Unfortunately, a confrontation is inevitable. There are skirmishes in wild space, riots on Quesh. Galactic war is imminent. We can no longer afford neutrality. If the Alliance is to survive, we must align ourselves with the Republic or the Empire. Whatever you decide, we'll follow your lead.
You'd accept orders from the Republic?
I'd take my orders from you, as always. I'll get the job done however I see fit. So who do you wish to support? The Republic or the Empire?
It's time I got back to the Republic.
Understood. I'll assist however I can. I'll reach out to my contacts in the SIS. I expect they'll contact you directly.
You'd love the Corellian sector. Best Starshine surprise on Nar Shaddaa. First round is on me. You finally made it! Could you bring me another K3? Wait, make that 2. Well, if it isn't the commander of the most popular club in the galaxy. Welcome to my second favorite cantina. Jonas Balker, Republic, SIS. With a face like yours, it's no wonder half the galaxy signed up for the Alliance.
Did the SIS order you to soften me up?
Nah, they hate it when I mix business with pleasure. But for you, I'd accept a dozen strikes on my record. I'm glad you came to see me. The Republic and the Alliance have similar goals, and I think this partnership will benefit us both. A war is coming, whether we like it or not. We need to be prepared, and that means keeping fuel, food supplies, and raw materials out of Imperial hands. But more importantly, we need you to help put a positive spin on the whole thing. Flash your winning smile, inspire the troops. The usual.
Gather resources and boost morale. Simple enough.
Confident as ever. Once this mission is over, I'd love to take you out for a drink. Sparks are flying on Ossus, off in the Outer Rim. With a little help from you and the Alliance, the Republic could gain the upper hand. I'll make a few calls, set plans in motion. We should have more details once you're back on Odessen. Welcome back to the Republic, Commander.
Commander, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Ardenando Dipolis Derun. I oversee the Republic's deployments along the Parlimian hyperroute. I only wish we were speaking in person. I just brewed a truly invigorating blend of Catalentan tea. Do you enjoy tea, Commander?
I prefer the harder stuff. You know, blue milk, citrus juice, calf. I once drank 2 mugs of calf in a single day. It was a wild one, let me tell you.
2 whole mugs? You are a wild one. A beautiful planet, Catalenta. Its people are renowned for their long and steadfast support of the Jedi. It is the Jedi I wish to discuss with you today.
I'm just about the furthest person from a Jedi that you're likely to find.
And yet I believe you were the one person most capable of helping them. Few Jedi survived the war against Sekul. They've gone into hiding, scattered across the galaxy. I'm not even sure how many council members remain.
Satil Shan is still alive. Have you contacted her?
I have, but it's been years since she led the Jedi. She couldn't help me. I did manage to learn of one surviving member of the Jedi Council, Master Nostral. My sources tell me he's in hiding, on the planet Ossus.
Not sure I've heard of it.
An ancient bastion of the Jedi Order. The Sith reduced it to a barren wasteland centuries ago. Apparently, Master Nostral took as many Jedi as he could find, and established a hidden colony on the planet with the help of civilian volunteers. Unfortunately, the colony doesn't seem to be hidden any longer. I've tracked Imperial forces moving through the area. I believe the Jedi are in grave danger.
What's the best way to help them, General?
I knew you were the one to contact. The Jedi colony is completely off the grid, and any warning I try to send will only lead the Sith directly to them. Osis is at the far end of the Parlemian hyperroute, practically the Empire's front door. I have no official authority to intervene. I'm gathering the resources to launch reinforcements regardless. But without authorization, it's taking time. Time the Jedi may not have. You aren't bound by Republic regulations. You can help faster than I can. Please, travel to Osis. Protect the Jedi until my forces can arrive. They need our help.
I'll head for Osis right away, General. You can count on me.
I'm very glad to hear it. I'll forward the coordinates for the Jedi settlement. There is one final catch. Initially, you must go with a light force, perhaps even alone. Approaching with an attack group of any significance is sure to provoke a massive Imperial escalation long before I can respond in kind.
The Empire won't know I'm there until it's too late.
May the Force be with you, Commander. I hope to be sharing the next cup with you in person very soon.
Likewise, General.
The General is very shrewd. Going in alone is the best move here. I'll have a shuttle prepared, something small and stealthy.
Wish I could go along. Nostoral is an old friend of mine. It'd be good to see him again.
Come with me, Theron. I don't want to be apart from you again.
I wish I could. We've got 3 different contacts dying to share some juicy intel. I can't leave them hanging. You don't need me to handle this. We'll be back together before you know it.
We'll have you on your way to Osis as soon as possible. May the Force serve you well.
Hello there. I'm afraid you're going in the wrong direction.
I'm the commander of the Alliance. I've come to help.
Commander of the what? Doesn't matter.
This looks like an evacuation. So you know the Imperials are here?
Yes, we don't know how many there are, but they have serious resources. If they're here, it's for a major fight, and we can't afford to give them one.
Civilians and non-essentials are loading up first. Who calls a doctor non-essential when there's a fight brewing? You ask me, the Jedi have lost their minds.
I'm looking for the one in charge, Nostoral. Do you know where I can find him?
A guest looking for me. What a strange day this has been. I'll be with you in just a moment. Dr. Kimball, Nadia, how go the shuttle preparations?
We'd be a lot further along if we hadn't borrowed so many of the shuttle's parts for the colony systems. It's going to be hours before we can launch.
So do you know our new arrival? The commander of the... something? Or other?
I command the Alliance. We overthrew the Eternal Empire, and now we're helping the Republic, which means helping you.
Sounds like a lot's happened since we cut our communications.
Which helped to keep us hidden all this time. I've come across your name many times in my research, Commander. Always in surprising places. I create and maintain the Jedi Order's historical records. It's probably time you had a chapter all your own, but that will have to wait. The Sith are on our doorstep. I formed this colony to safeguard the Jedi and their teachings for the future. Now, we must abandon it to serve that same goal.
Republic reinforcements are coming. We just have to hold out until they get here.
We welcome any help they can offer, but until they arrive, our plan must remain the same. We have to get these shuttles ready as soon as possible.
Do you have a new hiding place in mind?
Somewhere further, more remote. I once read claims of a forgotten Jedi world deep within the unknown regions. Perhaps we'll seek it out.
Perimeter alarms. They're coming again. I'm on my way to handle it.
Yes. Take backup this time.
Backup? I got all the backup I need right here.
Commander, this is Tau Adair, our head of security. Would you be willing to join her in holding off the enemy as we complete our preparations?
Whatever's out there, we can handle it. Do what you need to do.
We'll leave you to it then. Nadia, Dr. Kimball, let's see how the farming crews are doing.
What did your sensors pick up? Imperial soldiers? Sith?
Neither. The imps are just toying with us. The old man's pretty sure they're being led by a Sith named Melora. Melora's into biology, genetic manipulation, Sith alchemy, blah blah blah. She makes monsters. For us, she's cooked up some kind of mutated Geonosians. Hyper-aggressive, heavily armored, psychotic Geonosians. With weapons. Making their way toward the colony in swarms.
You said Nostoral had an idea about who's running the operation. Melora?
He's got profiles on all of the major Sith, their specialties, favorite meals, everything. If he says it's Melora, odds are he's right. She doesn't care about strategy or conquest. She wants to control life itself. For Melora, war is just a test for her creations. Ossus is riddled with old, buried ruins. The mutants like to cut through them to approach unseen. We get out there and collapse a few tunnels, they'll be cut off and the colonists will have a lot more time to move.
Then let's get to it.
After you, Commander. Last one.
Way you cut through those mutants? I get the feeling you've been in more than a few scrapes.
More than most. More than they ever trained us for. My first battle was Corellia. I flew in on a transport with 5 of the Jedi. One of the ones with the open sides, you know. The pilot took us in low, between the buildings. We're in midair, and this Sith Lord, he just jumps right into the transport. Red lightsaber in each hand. 5 of my oldest friends were dead before they could even blink.
I can't imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, everyone always is. The Sith had turned toward the pilot before my friends even hit the floor. I was behind him before he ever knew I was there. I nailed him with both hands. Hit the nerve clusters that run just over the ribs, felt them crack. He dropped both lightsabers on reflex. I don't remember where the grenade came from, must have been his. I smashed it right into his mouth and shoved him back out of the transport.
You don't mess around, do you?
That would be one of the things I learned about myself that day. Let's check in with the old man.
Now, what's your status?
We've closed all the tunnels we could find. Sending coordinates now. Any chance you could backtrack to their source on some of the old maps?
Of course. Let's see. Yes, here we are. They were all part of a residential structure that must have largely collapsed centuries ago. I'm sending coordinates for the structure's main entrance. If you can seal that, the mutants' hidden approaches will be cut off completely.
You have the evacuation shuttles ready yet?
They're close, and we have most of the essentials packed and ready. Keep up the good work on your end, and we'll have nothing to worry about. The entrance you're closing is located in an area our archaeologists never fully cataloged. If you find anything of interest, please do your best to recover it.
Will do. Tau out. Ready when you are.
Looks like we're finished here.
I can't get the old man on the hollow. We'd better head back and make sure nothing's happened.
Our sensors are being jammed, along with our communications, both short and long range. Disruptions like this can mean only one thing.
That you haven't been paying your bills?
The Empire will come in earnest now. This doesn't fit Melora's pattern. She never bothered to disable enemy communications during her siege of Nantoon. Something very strange is happening. We have to move quickly. Many of our people are still outside the colony. Some at the farms, and the rest at the ancient library. We should split up.
You don't need to act like we have a choice, old man. No way you're leaving this planet without seeing that library one more time.
We can handle evacuating the farms, then meet you at the library afterward. Your people will get out of here safely, Master. I promise.
The first shuttles will start launching while we gather the stragglers. They could send a distress signal once they escape the jamming zone.
I'll get you General Dayron's direct frequency. He's the best person to contact.
I'm sure the Republic's just gonna sweep in and save the day.
Even if they merely pick up our evacuation craft, it would be a huge help. I'll pass the information on. Thank you, Commander. Before you go, Tau, we need to finish our discussion about your Padawan.
Now? Really? This feels like a good time.
It is always a good time to learn, teach, and grow.
We already had this discussion, which is why I don't have a Padawan. You don't want more Jedi like me. One is bad enough.
You think that if so many good Jedi die and you survive, then you must not be a good Jedi. You think that the reason you've survived, your skill in battle, is the only skill you've mastered, so you must be a bad Jedi. But the only lesson you need to learn is that you are more than the killer you see in yourself. Teach, and you will see just how much more.
I'm no expert on Jedi, but I know talent when I see it. And you've got it, Tau.
Thanks, I'll think about it. All right. Now can we get on with the task at hand?
Very well. You check on the farms, I'll check on the library. And we'll meet afterward to select your Padawan.
Damn it, old man.
May the Force be with you.
We can't just leave. Not now.
You have to. Take the others and get moving. I can handle a few Sith.
We're here to help.
Tau! Commander, you're just in time. See, Zarios? Now we can handle whatever the Empire throws at us.
It's not about you. If the Imps land a single shot on D9 before he finishes, we'll lose everything.
What do you mean?
All of our data! We grew crops in a radioactive wasteland. What we've learned could increase crop yields all across the Republic. Imagine how many people we could feed.
We'll handle it, Zarios. We need you to head to the shuttles and get everyone loaded up. The faster the better.
D9 won't get a scratch. You can trust us.
If you're wrong, if something happens...
Imperials coming in fast. Get moving, Zarios. I won't say it again.
All right. Let's go.
Tao?
Everyone okay?
Good here. I'm glad we got Zarios and the others out of here. That got a bit exciting. D9, were you able to get the files?
Get this back to the colony right away, Nadia. Make sure the Republic gets a copy.
Of course. I'm never gonna let Zarios live this one down. Speaking of, I'd better catch up with him and the rest of the crews. Make sure they get back to the colony safely. Really appreciate the help, Commander. We're lucky you joined us when you did. I'll meet you both back at the shuttles.
We should hurry to the old library. If they sent a force like this just for some farms, there's no telling how many troops they sent there.
Are you alright, Tao? Is there anything you want to talk about?
These weren't a bunch of brainless monsters, not like the Geonosians. But fighting them, killing them, it didn't really feel all that different.
We're fighting an enemy that wants to destroy everything we care about. It doesn't always feel good. We can't let them win.
I suppose you're right. Let's get moving.
There must be something. Something. Somewhere. Where?
You all right there, Sith lady person?
Such a mess. Always such a blasted mess with him.
Where is Nostaral? What have you done to him?
What? Oh, the Jedi. Over there somewhere. But you're rather too late to help him, I think.
Wrong answer.
You don't seem like you care about the Jedi at all. Why are you even here?
My purpose is beyond your feeble comprehension. Leave me to my work.
We're not going anywhere.
Tiresome. Ignorant. Ugh. You speak to Darth Malora of the Dark Council. And your interruptions end now. Die and be silent, fools!
Something different about these mutants. Watch out! That Geonosian is healing the other somehow. Take it down!
Insipid creatures! You truly are useless! Enough! You will not win! You cannot win!
Melora's barrier has failed! Now's our chance!
Fools! Ignorant fools!
He's alive. Barely, but he's alive.
Truly? Lord Malgus has lost his edge.
Malgus?
Oh yes, this is all his handiwork. I would never make such a mess of a library, even one belonging to a Jedi. Malgus usurped my entire operation. A veritable ballet of predatory evolution, discarded in favor of the bludgeoning fists of a toddler.
That's impossible. Malgus died years ago.
Apparently it didn't take. Malgus is alive, here on this planet. Though operational might be more accurate. A machine with pieces of a desiccated Sith Lord bolted into it hardly deserves to be called alive. Life is far more variable, more adaptable, capable of true change and thus true power. The Force is life, and only life can truly command its depth.
Will you shut up? Malgus or not, we have to get the old man back to the colony, now.
It may not be safe to move him. We should find a way to bring Doc here.
You might be right, but plastic comms are still jammed.
You realize Malgus is on his way to burn your colony to the ground, yes? He could hardly say he finished my work if he leaves it standing. That would be the now.
30 seconds to objective, my lord.
Enemy fighters, evade!
Kawana habala, ya kahupata ze jezere hapapa.
Those are Republic fighters.
They made it. They actually made it.
Good afternoon, Commander. Before you ask, rest assured. I brought tea.
I have to say, General, you know how to make an entrance.
I have frequently considered an alternate career in the theater.
Can you bring medics to our position? We have urgently wounded people here.
Right away. We'll evacuate everyone to the colony. Medical and support teams are landing as we speak. Daerun out.
I'll just be going then.
I don't remember saying you could leave.
Taking me prisoner will waste time and personnel that you'll need to treat the wounded, like your friend here. I'm sure I'm not worth the effort.
I think a prisoner like you could tell us a lot of interesting things about Malgus and the Empire's plans.
Tiresome.
Thanks to the distress calls, we were able to sweep in and pick up all of the evacuation shuttles before the Empire could deploy pickup teams of their own.
That's a huge relief. We can never thank you enough, General.
All too happy to help. All evacuees will be transported to safety in Republic space. I know of some settlements on Tanab that could put good farmers to use, if any are interested.
Your help is greatly appreciated, General.
Speaking of farms, I have already forwarded your data to a friend of mine, an outstanding Shatej player from the Agriculture Administration. They tell me the information from your farms is likely to revolutionize our entire logistical structure. Countless millions may be fed thanks to your efforts.
I'm glad I could help.
Any chance your fighters got Malgus in the attack?
It's possible, but seems a bit too much to hope for. Darth Malgus back on the front lines. This is a dark day for the Republic. We caught him off guard this time. I doubt we'll be so lucky again.
We beat Malgus before. We can beat him again.
With your help, I believe it.
Is he all right? Did he make it?
Nostral's wounds were severe. Cauterized perforation of the upper ventricle, ocular damage from oxygen exposure, catastrophic muscular and nerve damage to the left forearm. Fortunately, he received treatment from the most brilliant, skilled, and handsome doctor in the entire galaxy, so he's gonna pull through.
At least you have the skills to back up that ego.
With plenty to spare, I assure you.
Thank you, Doc. I mean it.
That's what I do.
The soldiers are still digging through some of the worst of the damage to the library.
Torel, Reyna, and Z are still missing, and I can't sense them. That makes 15. I'll update again when we finish clearing the rubble.
The old man was right to bring us here. We needed this time to heal. And to remember what makes us Jedi. We've hidden long enough. The evil of the Sith doesn't stop just because we aren't there to oppose them. Quite the opposite. I'm no master, and I can't speak for the Order, but I can say this. The Republic needs the help of the Jedi. So let me be the first to volunteer.
I am deeply honored to accept. I'll have quarters prepared for any Jedi who wish to join you aboard my flagship.
We're already packed, and I think this will end up being a much more worthy destination. Commander, thank you. Without you, this would have been a much darker day for us all.
Let's stay in contact. I'd love to get to know you sometime when we aren't fighting for our lives.
I think I might like that too. May the Force be with you.
When the dawn came, the Zell awakened and saw the tongs upon the high place and were afraid. For the morning light caught the glint of helms and weapons and created phantom warriors made of dazzle and distance. But the cleverest of them were not deceived. The Empire thought they could make this a grand first strike in their renewed war against us. They hoped to destroy the Jedi, to destroy us with fear before we ever faced them in open battle. Thanks to you, they failed. The Jedi are renewed allies of the Republic. Our people have seen that the Sith are vulnerable whenever we stand united. This war will be dark and brutal and vicious. But we will stand against that darkness together. Together, we will win.